The B2 basically got everything sanded on the bottom here. Got this area sanded down, and then went back in with white tulip and just basically filled in some of the gaps around the leading edge of the wings. Some of them probably should be there, and some of them are not, but that made a good filler and filled in everything. Makes everything look uniformed and nice. I got a couple more places to go with the tulip for the bottom, and I will be done with that. Then I can primer the whole thing, and then I added the mounting point for the round 2 dome base. And Rod, you will have to actually glue this one to the stand, because it's actually the center of it should be a little bit higher, and it's technically not in the middle. It's off to the side just a little bit, because I don't think the door would have held the weight of it, but the kit part, the kit itself will hold the weight. It'll just need to be glued, and I'll show that one later on in the week once I get it on the stand. The top part, pretty much got it all sanded, and I did prime a few areas that I sanded. I got a little bit more to do on the edge here just to get the uniformed, and there's a little bit of a lump, but I'll get that sanded off, and then do a little wipe down, and then primer it and get the glass in, and I can really start painting it. But that's what I got on the B2. The Jackson. I was told by the powers that be that they wanted me to sand down the thickness of the hull. So to get this apart, I had to go over here. I did buy a new action figure yesterday. Little sneak peek there, and female figure at that. I had to go get my that's the spatulas. No. Somewhere around here I have my Micro-Mart chisels. Anyway, everyone knows what a chisel is. I took the chisel, and please don't make fun of my little camouflage hammer, which is, I won this at a raffle auction at a model contest, and it's one of the probably greatest tools I've ever owned. Just love the thing, just almost perfect for everything. But I took a chisel, Mr. Camouflage Hammer, and I basically, I'll use the knife as an example, chiseled it in, and then popped it. And one thing, when I glue something, I never really glue the middle. I don't think it's necessary. I always glue the sides. So after I popped it off, I basically got all the glue off of it and everything. And there it is. 2 new halves that I got separated, and I went ahead this morning and trimmed off the remaining excess of the lip there on both sides. And then tomorrow or Tuesday, because it's supposed to be really, really nice weather, and I'm going to make a big mess. I'm going to go into the garage and use the belt sander to sand down the holes. And that's basically, if you notice, the belt sander basically going to take it and just drive down the thickness of the hole, which is not much, but at least it'll be uniformed and go all the way across. So a day or two I'll get that accomplished, and then get that back together, and then be ready to rock and roll on the Jackson. That's where I got on that. I'm just cleaning up the edges, and then I'll get it prepped for sand it down and get the thickness of the hull corrected. The David. Little story on the base here. Used to be a retired gentleman here in town that he always made all my wood bases, and finally he just retired again from doing it, so he don't make them anymore, and Rod stepped up to the plate and made me bases for it. So this is actually really fantastic. I always like cherry stain on the base. I just think it looks much more unique than standard wood grain, if you will. He designed a way for the pedestal to fit in the base, and it's with a dowel rod and basically a small piece of PVC. The ship would fit on the pedestal. The dowel rod will fit through the hull of the ship, and the piece of PVC here you can cut to length, basically secure the hull to the pedestal. Well, with the David, I really can't drill all the way through it. So what I had to do was I cut the dowel rod just enough, and I cut about a 1/2 inch of the PVC and made a channel for the fin here, and so it could sit on it. And then I attached it, glued it on, took some acrylic brass paint on there. I'm going to go in with my trusty old Tester's gold there, which if you notice the price tag, and it's still good. And I'm going to go back in and brighten it up just a little bit to match the pedestal, and David will be done. I just got to do one more little airbrush just to a little more shadowing, and then a sealer done. And Monday or Tuesday I should get my nameplate for it, and I'll get that attached, and then I will be able to take pictures and give everyone a final view of the David, and then I can take this to shows and everything and promote the kit. I don't know if I can see if I can do this. Give you all an inside look of it. I got the boiler painted and painting the coals and everything else, and just a lot of shadows, or excuse me, filters and washes and everything else. So it is looking good. Just one more pass with the airbrush and I'll be done, and I can take pictures of it. And finally, my little SF99 alien hover tank. It's a vacuum form kit. Comes in 2 sheets, 4 pieces, available at bradhairproduction.com. All I did was cut out the pieces, and you do get extra styrene when you buy from me from the kit. I glued the laser cannon together, and I got it puttied, and I'm going to go through the parts box, and I've already started. I want to start adding some just additional kit parts on it, just for give a little texture, fill in some gaps, but not too shabby. Just a very quick, fun model, and once I add a little parts to it, and then I'll add a couple of more details, and then paint it. And either this base, or I'll have Rod will send me another one, who knows, but whatever. We'll get it mounted on a base, and it'll basically be like a little tank vignette, if you will. But very cool looking. I just like the design. The next SF99 series one will probably either be a space fighter or a futuristic race car. That's where I'm kind of leaning toward. But anyway, you can get the alien hover tank at bradhairproduction.com in the store section. David just about done, and we are fixing the Jackson and getting ready to prime the B2. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.